What structural or electoral changes between 2023 and 2027 could make it possible for Peter Obi to win without a coalition?
As it stands today in Nigeria, if anybody has to take power from APC, there has to be a merger. Without a merger, you can't go it alone. I mean, you will recall that in 2013 or so, we had a merger that led to the birth of APC to take power from the PDP. So it's not like if they keep saying, oh, Obi will do it alone, Obi will do it alone. Is it this fragmented Labour Party that is going to use? On one hand, you have Apapa, you know, you have Abure, you have Nenadi Usman. I mean, so what else are we looking at? The party is fragmented. So if you're saying that Obi can go it alone, what is the grassroots presence of Labour Party? What Labour Party suffered most in 2023 was the problem of grassroots. So if, yes, 2027 and Nigerians are ready and Peter Obi is ready, he has to form a merger, either with Atiku or anybody, but he needs to form a merger with a party that also has wider coverage than the Labour Congress. So than the Labour Party.
So just like
the Labour Party need to understand. The Labour Party need to understand that there's a big difference between the obedient and the Labour Party. The obedient will follow Peter Obi to any party he goes to that gives him the platform. So let them not get confused thinking that, you know, the obedients are part of the Labour Party. They are not. They are independent individuals who believe in the person of Peter Obi, who believe in a new government, who believe in a new Nigeria. That is what the obedience stand for. So I think the people in Labour Party are confusing themselves, thinking that the 2023 election was as a result of the hard work of Labour Party. No, it was as a result of the obedience, you know, who were originally said to be 3 people tweeting from a room.
How viable is a non-coalition strategy in a multi-party democracy like Nigeria, especially against the incumbent or ruling party, the APC?
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you this. It's easy to give a monkey a cup of water, but the most difficult thing is to get the cup back from the monkey. And so right now we have an APC that's seemingly looking like a monkey. You know, you've given him a cup of water to APC. To get that cup of water, you need to devise a means. You need to behave like a monkey to be able to get that cup back from APC. And the only way you can do that is to say, look, everybody that wants to form a merger, everyone cannot be a presidential candidate. It's just to look at everyone that is coming out and say, okay, we're going to form a merger. The merger is in 2 ways. One, we're forming a merger to take party. We're forming a merger to accommodate the Nigerian people. It's very, very important. Without the Nigerian people getting involved in the merger, even Peter Obi will lose the election. So we want a merger that recognizes the sovereignty of the Nigerian people, not a merger that recognizes just the political class, but the Nigerian people, because at the end of the day, it is all about the Nigerian people and not about the political class. Coming to the Labour Party, the Labour Party itself is not strong enough. Right now, you can't even vote for the Labour Party, because if you take a decision, for instance, let's assume the Abia State governor takes a decision in the interest of Labour Party. Abure will challenge it. Apapa will challenge it. So who do you hold on to? What do you hold on to say, oh, Labour Party is strong? Labour Party is not strong. Labour Party does not even understand what it means to be in opposition. And that is why, if you notice, since after the election, most of the visits, most of the things Peter Obi has been doing, he has not been doing it as Labour Party. He has been doing it as Peter Obi.
I asked what chances or challenges Peter Obi would face in building trust in regions where the Labour Party has historically shown that it has weak structures.
Well, that is where you need this merger. That is where you need other people to come together. Because wherever Labour Party is lacking, I believe that if they form a merger with Atiku, Rufai, whatever party they belong to, should be able to caution those areas. And that is the importance of a merger. Where I am lacking, let this other person that is coming on board be able to take care of that. I am telling you, if the merger works out and you have the likes of Atiku, you have the likes of Rufai, El Rufai, you have the likes of Ahmed. If you have that coalition working together, I am telling you, APC would become a forgotten party in Nigeria.
Do you agree with what he said? Do you agree with these hypotheses that is making, saying that for Peter Obi to win 2027 election, considering the kind of moves that the APC is already making, people defecting in their numbers to the APC, and it says that it is not going to be possible if Peter Obi cannot form a merger. Who is he going to form this merger with? Which other party has another bigger coverage like the APC other than the PDP? So he mentioned here that you need to have another party with a larger or wider coverage. Is there another party apart from the PDP that's also in crisis, like the fragmented Labour Party? So I'm asking, do you agree with him that for Peter Obi to win the 2027 election, he, by all means, and is a must, form a merger with another party? Which other party is there? The three biggest political parties are the APC, the PDP, and the Labour Party. Then come the other small fringe parties like the SDP, Action Congress, and the likes. So who's going to do that merger with Labour Party? And is it ever going to be possible to do a merger where the Labour Party again then comes to form a merger with PDP? What do you think about it? And before we break all this down, if you're meeting this content for the first time, like, share, and subscribe. If you've been following us and you've not subscribed yet, please do so. And also remember to watch this to the end. We all agree that the Labour Party is fragmented. There's division in the Labour Party as much as there's division in the PDP. And every single decision made by one part of the Labour Party is challenged by the other part of the Labour Party. Meaning that if Nenadi Usman makes a decision, Lamidia Papa would challenge it. If Bure makes a decision, Nenadi Usman will challenge it and it will go to court. And that's how they've dragged for the last 2 years. And there's 2 years left before the next election. So in spite of the Supreme Court's ruling, there's still division. There's still a Bure saying that he's still the chairman. Apapa says the one next in line. And then Arabambi says Abure is still the chairman after he said, no, he's not. And then Nadi Usman and the National Working Committee says that they're in charge now. They're going to arrange another, executive meetings where they can start doing I think they have 90 days to start building the grassroots all over and then putting the administrators in place. What I mean by that, officials in place. So who's going to do the work? Is that even possible? But apart from the possibility, let's assume it works. Is it with PDP? With Atiku trying to form a merger? And El Rufai already gone to SDP. So we're saying that there will be a merger of SDP and all other smaller fringe political party. Is that going to be possible? Where you still have a Wike within the PDP and you have the trouble with the Wike and PDP and their chairmanship position like the Labour Party. What is your take? I mean, he said it in a proverbial way. The APC is like a monkey you give in a cup of water. You need to get a cup back. You have to behave like a monkey to get it. And, sort of using the APC as, in a sense, to find them as monkeys. So, and then saying that the Labour Party or Peter Obi needs to behave like that and come up with a plan. And one of the genius plans he's spoken about is that it needs to behave like a monkey, form a merger, come up with a plan, integrate that. And this merger takes a while. The only thing that stands that is different to all other mergers I've heard is a merger where the Nigerian people are actually involved. So another question I want to ask you is this. Do you think that the Labour Party or Peter Obi in this sense, do you think that the obedient movement will follow Peter Obi wherever he goes? So let's say the obedient family, Peter Obi decides to decamp from the Labour Party and forms a new party, a clean slate. Do you think that Nigerians or the obedient people who are actually after new government, improve better society for Nigerians, do you think they will follow Peter Obi? And by the way, do you think that obedient movement has grown since the 2023 election? What is your take? So, what is your thinking as to whether it's even possible to defeat this Bola Tinubu's administration? On this channel, I've been yelling for, and I've been conversing and sensitizing a lot of people and Nigerians at large, home and abroad, of the need for galvanizing people, sensitizing people so that it will be easier come 2027. But there's one thing to do here. There's another thing for Nigerians to also believe. So the question is, do you think it's possible with the fact that the APC have the judiciary, legislators, the electoral body INEC, and name it, they have them in their pockets. Do you think that it will be possible to unseat this APC government? As ineffective as they are, but is it possible? Let's have this conversation in the comment section. Because from what he's saying, for Peter Obi to win the 2027 election, he must, again I say, he must form a merger. And if he tries to go about it by himself or by Labour Party alone without going through a merger, it's never going to work. And the only possible viable political party that can do the merger with the APC, with the Labour Party, is the PDP. PDP has the biggest coverage after APC. So we're saying that if Labour Party forms a merger with the PDP, the PDP have at the moment, they've got about 11 governors, 11 states they manage, and then Labour Party 1. So we're saying that if PDP, Labour Party, ABGA come together, they have 13 states or so. And then you come with the SDP, but who's the most viable candidate to actually be the flag bearer in this sort of coalition? Would it still be Peter Obi and Dati Baba Ahmed? Or would Dati Baba Ahmed be replaced with somebody else? What are you thinking? Listen, we have to play this political mathematics because the governing party at the moment are already doing it. So we cannot put it aside. We have to play this political math and permutations and see how possible it is and be part of the process. That's how they will respect the sovereignty of the Nigerian people, because we want a political party with ideology, with policies, with philosophy, that they can see that this is based on what the Nigerian people want, not what the politicians want. A political party that has the Nigerian people at the very core of its integration and merger. That's what we're talking about. So do you think this is possible? I don't want to conclude, but I want us to have this conversation in the comment section. So please hit the comment section. Let us know what your thoughts are. And let us know if you think that it is already a sure banker for the APC that they will win the 2027 election, whether by crook or by hook, whichever way they will do it. Again, if you're meeting this content for the first time, like, share, and subscribe. And if you've been following us and you've not subscribed yet, please do so. But also recommend this channel to others. But again, as I ask, do you think it's possible? As always, God bless you. Bye-bye for now.